Thank you. We'll call to order the 1,681st meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Metropolitan St. Louis Sewer District. Tim, can we have a roll call?
Yes. Mr. Watson.
Yes.
Mr. Evans.
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Ms. Fair.
Yes. Is there a motion for approval of the journal of the preceding meetings of January 11th?
So moved.
Second.
That's approved. I have no comments this evening, so we'll move to the report of the board committees. Trustee Nicholasison, program management, please.
The Program Management Committee met on January 30th, 2024 at 7:30 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Evans, Wabi, and Wilson with Nicholasison, Watson, and Fair online. I called roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the January 2nd, 2024 Program Management meeting were approved. The agenda items to be introduced tonight were presented and discussed, including a detailed discussion regarding the following items. Ordinance numbers 16314 and 16315. Staff provided details of two CSO volume reduction green infrastructure grants being awarded to reduce combined sewer overflows to the Mississippi River and the River de Pere per the consent decree. Staff provided details of the grants being awarded to Tower Grove Community Development and Foster Funeral Homes for various volume reducing bioretention basins and permeable pavement. Ordinance numbers 16317, 16319, 16320. Staff reviewed the details and bid information for 3 construction projects bid over the past month. These ordinances will authorize contractors and appropriate the necessary funds for these projects. Ordinance number 16321. Staff requested funding and contract authorization for Crawford, Murphy, and Tilley to provide design assistance for the Lambert Airport Restricted Access Project. The project is a multi-year program to rehabilitate and repair sewers within the Lambert Airport. The consultant will provide expertise in the development plans for access and scheduling for the proposed work. Staff answered questions regarding the projects from Trustees Wilson and Wabi. Ordinance number 16323. Staff reviewed the details of the CSO Brentwood and Redbud combined sewer overflow project currently in easement acquisition. The project will separate the storm and sanitary sewers and eliminate a combined sewer overflow. Staff has been unable to obtain all necessary property rights through the negotiation. Staff is requesting authorization to move forward with condemnation efforts on 29 parcels to allow the project to remain on schedule. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for March 5th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 7:52 a.m. This concludes the Program Management Board comments report.
Thank you, Trustee Nicholasison. Next up is Trustee Evans with the Finance Committee report.
Thank you. The Finance Committee met on January 30th, 2024 at 7:53 a.m. The meeting was attended by Trustees Wilson, Evans, Wabi, with Trustees Fair, Watson, and Nicholasison online. I call roll and had no further comments. The minutes of the January 2nd, 2024 Finance Committee meeting were approved. The agenda item to be introduced tonight was presented and discussed by Finance Director Marion G. Resolution number 3879, District Independent Audit Services. This resolution will authorize the district to exercise option year 2 of 4 renewal years, option years with Clifton Larson Allen LLP for an independent audit of all accounts and funds of the district and sub-district for the fiscal year ending June 30, 2024. Next on the agenda, Secretary Treasurer Tim Snoke reviewed the district's operating fund portfolio as of January 25th, 2024. He indicated that the portfolio is in compliance with the district's investment policy. The next committee meeting is tentatively scheduled for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. The meeting was adjourned at 7:57 a.m. This concludes the Finance Committee Board comments report.
Thank you, Trustee Evans. Our final committee report is from Stakeholder Relations. Trustee Wilson.
Thank you. The Stakeholder Relations Committee met on January the 30th, 2024 at 8 a.m. The meeting was attended by Chairperson Wilson and Trustees Evans and Wabi, and participating online with Trustees Fair, Nicholasison, and Watson. Chairperson Wilson called roll, had no further comment. The minutes of January the 2nd, 2024 Stakeholder Relations Committee meeting were voted on and approved. The agenda and discussion items were as follows. The first agenda item was a discussion by Susan Meyer regarding a resolution authorizing the third and final one-year renewal term to the existing contract for legal consulting services pertaining to stormwater and wastewater rate issues with Shands, Albert, Genolicus, and Gilgim, LLP. This is Resolution 3880 on tonight's agenda. The second item was a discussion by Susan Meyer regarding a resolution to repeal and supersede Resolution number 3309, effective March 1st, 2024. Todd Ashbacher will be added as an alternate district designee to execute EPA and MDNR grant loan documents, and Susan Meyer will be removed as an alternate signatory. This is Resolution 3881 on tonight's agenda. The meeting was adjourned at 8:03 a.m. The next meeting is tentatively scheduled for March 5th, 2024. This concludes the Stakeholder Relations Committee Board comments.
Thank you, Trustee Wilson. Brian, I'm not aware of a report this evening.
Yes, I do have one.
Oh, you do? I'm sorry. Go
Yes,
ahead.
that's fine. Trustees, tonight will be General Counsel Susan Meyer's last meeting of the Board of Trustees before she retires on March 1, 2024. Susan came to MSD in August 2001 and became the General Counsel in March of 2011. Susan has done an outstanding job for the district and our ratepayers and is both well respected and liked by all of her co-workers. On behalf of the district staff, I want to thank her for everything she's done. And if you don't mind, Chairperson Susan has asked for a few minutes to address the Board of Trustees.
Absolutely, Susan.
Thank you, Brian, and good evening. I just wanted to take this opportunity to say it's been my pleasure to work with each and every one of you on the board, and that I personally appreciate the time and the effort that you all dedicate to the Board of Trustees. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. In addition, I would also like to formally introduce MSD's next General Counsel. Todd, would you stand up, please? On March 1st, Todd Ashbacher will become the district's next General Counsel. Todd and I have worked together for the past 12 and a half years. I actually hired Todd when I became the General Counsel, and he filled my Attorney 3 position. So ever since that time, Todd has been a great asset to me and also to the district, and I don't see any reason that he won't continue to be such an asset. So I think he's been a very good selection, and I wish him the best of luck. So that's all I have to say tonight. Thank you.
Chairperson Fair, that concludes my report.
All right. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Todd. Next, we have public comment. I believe we have one this evening from Mr. Paul Harris. Mr. Harris? Yes, please.
Paul Harris.
Yeah, Mr. Harris, 1 minute. Comments are limited to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name's Paul Harris. I'm with Roth Living, Sub-Zero Wolf Cove Showroom on Clayton Road. I've been working with Craig Berry with the MSD Project Clearer, and we just had a couple comments after our meeting, and I just want to make a couple comments for the record. Roth Living understands the importance in completing the sewer separation and wants to cooperate with the district to make this all happen. The immediate issue with for Roth Living is the current condemnation plan presented to Roth, which we understand is going before the Board of Trustees for approval as is, if fully exercised and as drawn as written, could due to our parking spot impairments and make it difficult for Roth Living to operate its business and its location for an unacceptably long period of time. Roth believes that it would be in the best interest that the sewer to be run within the existing utility easement area at the south of Roth's property. Although it is understood that some of the landscaping would be temporarily impacted, it seems that it would be better to do that than potentially cause the impairment or even shutdown of a strong business. It also seems that the landscaping issue could be addressed with new and even better landscape. If the sewer cannot be run within the existing utility easement that we discussed at the easement plan presented to Roth, it needs to be materially modified to limit the scope and temporary easement on our southwest property corner. Roth needs adequate advance and notice of its use and suffers only limited dates and times for such use. so that access of its parking spots along the west and south side of Roth's lot remain accessible, and 99% of the time that Roth Living can plan its business activities around those times as well. Essentially, we received a plan where the line was going to come on the east side of our property. And then we received another plan that's still, I think, in the works, where they've moved a lateral from a neighboring property onto our parking lot. And that was the big concern. That's all I got. It's for the record.
Thank you. That matter's not on the agenda for vote this evening, correct?
It's introduced.
It's up for introduction. What we can do is whatever the progress is, I think before we bring it up for adoption, we'll have Rich discuss this item at the next committee meeting
At
before it's
committee.
considered. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, and with that, are there public hearing reports,
There are none.
communications?
No communications.
We'll move to the consent agenda.
All right, thank you, Ms. Chair. The consent agenda tonight is items 10 through 28. Is there any board member who would like to pull an item for a separate vote? Hearing none, is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
All right, we'll move on to new business, starting, as always, with ordinances. The first one is item 29, the introduction of ordinance number 16314, authorizing the district to enter into an agreement with Tower Grove Community Development Corporation for cost sharing for green infrastructure construction and the CSO volume reduction green infrastructure Crossroads Senior Living at Bevo Mill project in the city of St. Louis. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 30 is the introduction of ordinance number 16315, authorizing the district to enter into an agreement with Foster Services for Funerals for cost sharing for green infrastructure construction in the CSO volume reduction green infrastructure Foster Funeral Homes project in the city of St. Louis. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 31 is the introduction of ordinance number 16316, a supplemental appropriation of $1 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for planning, design, and engineering during construction phase services in the SCADA system upgrade project at various locations within the district, and authorizing the district to amend a contract with EMA, Inc. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 32, the introduction of ordinance number 16317, appropriating $1.7 million from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for sanitary sewer construction in the Frieden's I&I reduction project in the cities of Bellefontaine Neighbors and St. Louis, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Gershenson Construction Company. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 33, introduction of ordinance number 16318, appropriating $580,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for sanitary sewer construction in the Spady Road Sanitary Sewer Improvements Project in the cities of Frontenac and Creve Coeur, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Gershenson Construction Company. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 34, introduction of ordinance number 16319, appropriating $540,000 from the Operations Maintenance Construction and Improvement Fund of University City to use for storm sewer construction in the Glen Mary to White Rose Storm Improvements Project in the city of Olivet, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with J.H. Barrett Construction. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 35, the introduction of ordinance number 16320, appropriating $100,000 from the Sanitary Replacement Fund to be used for design in the Lambert Airport Restricted Access Assets Inspection and Repair Project in unincorporated St. Louis County, and authorizing the district to enter into a contract with Crawford Murphy and Tilley. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 36, the introduction of ordinance number 16321, authorizing the district to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Frontenac for cost sharing for municipal stormwater expenditures in the Deer Creek OMCI reimbursements program in St. Louis County. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 37 is the introduction of ordinance number 16322, declaring the necessity for the acquisition of easements and temporary construction easements in certain real property within the district for the purpose of construction of sewers and related appurtenances in the project known as CSO Brentwood and Redbud Avenue CSO Interceptor Outfall Elimination and Sewer Separation in the cities of Clayton and Richmond Heights to serve needs of residents of the area and authorizing staff to proceed with further condemnation efforts related to the project. Is there a motion for introduction?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
All right, we'll now move to resolutions. The first one is item 38, the adoption of Resolution 3874, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Bonnie S. Hubert for her 15 years of exemplary service to the district from August 4th, 2008 to her retirement effective February 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 39, the adoption of Resolution 3875, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Carol L. Willis for her 38 years of exemplary service to the district from July 21st, 1986 to her retirement effective February 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 40, the adoption of Resolution 3876, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to David C. Wigand for his 19 years of exemplary service to the district from June 14th, 2004 to his retirement effective February 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 41, the adoption of Resolution 3877, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Michael D. Jackson for his 32 years of exemplary service to the district from January 6, 1992 to his retirement effective February 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 42, the adoption of Resolution 3878, expressing the Board of Trustees' appreciation to Rosalie M. Jackson for her 28 years of exemplary service to the district from December 26, 1995 to her retirement effective February 1st, 2024. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 43, the adoption of Resolution 3879 to exercise option year 2 of a contract previously authorized by Ordinance 15824, adopted December 9, 2021, that authorized the district to enter into a contract with Clifton Larson Allen to provide an independent audit of the accounting records of the district. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
Item 44, the adoption of Resolution 3880 to exercise option year 3 of a contract previously authorized by Ordinance 15627, adopted March 11, 2021, that authorized the district to enter into a contract with Shands, Elbert, John Lacus, and Gilgum to provide legal consulting services on matters involving stormwater and wastewater rate consulting and associated regulations and policies. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
And item 45, the adoption of Resolution 3881 that repeals and supersedes Resolution 3309 adopted October 13, 2016, and enacts a new resolution in lieu thereof to add Todd Ashbacher as an alternate signatory to periodically file with the United States Environmental Protection Agency and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources applications for grants and loans to aid in the construction of projects to mitigate water pollution within the district's area of jurisdiction and responsibility, and effective March 1st, 2024, removes Susan M. Myers as an alternate signatory. Is there a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Watson?
Yes.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholasison?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yes.
Ms. Fair?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Chair, there is no further business tonight.
Okay, with that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Meeting is
Thank you.
concluded.
Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful.